Darkness is often feared, resisted, and misunderstood, yet it is an essential part of life. It is not a force that opposes you, but a space that allows growth, reflection, and transformation. Just as the night makes the stars visible, darkness in life reveals strength, wisdom, and clarity that cannot be discovered in constant light. To fear it is to miss the lessons it offers, and to resist it is to block your own potential. It is in the quiet and challenging moments of life that your true strength becomes visible. When circumstances are easy and predictable, there is little need to dig deep or test your limits. But in times of uncertainty, struggle, or solitude, you are forced to confront your own capacities and limitations. These moments expose the inner resources you may not have realized existed, revealing courage, patience, and resilience that remain dormant during easier times. Facing darkness requires you to rely on yourself rather than external support. When external distractions fade and comfort disappears, your inner flame becomes the guiding light. This reliance on your own strength develops confidence and self-awareness, showing you that you are capable of handling more than you ever imagined. Every challenge you navigate without immediate solutions reinforces your sense of capability and deepens your trust in yourself. Darkness also tests your endurance. It is easy to remain composed when life is smooth, but staying steady in difficult circumstances requires persistence and determination. Each moment of resistance against fear, uncertainty, or discomfort strengthens your inner foundation. Over time, this endurance becomes a source of empowerment, allowing you to face future challenges with steadier resolve and unwavering composure. The inner strength revealed by darkness is not only physical or mental, but also emotional. In moments of isolation or uncertainty, you confront your emotions directly, learning to manage fear, frustration, and doubt. This emotional mastery ensures that your spirit remains intact even when circumstances are harsh. By engaging with your feelings instead of suppressing them, you develop a more resilient and balanced self that can thrive in all conditions. Ultimately, darkness uncovers what is already within you, demanding that you recognize and cultivate it. The moments that feel uncomfortable, uncertain, or challenging are precisely the moments that shape your character and expand your capabilities. By embracing these periods rather than fearing them, you allow your inner strength to emerge fully, guiding your actions, decisions, and spirit through life with clarity, courage, and confidence. Darkness creates a space where reflection becomes possible. In the absence of constant noise, distraction, and external stimulation, the mind is free to turn inward and observe itself. Thoughts, emotions, and patterns that often go unnoticed during busy or chaotic moments come into clear focus, allowing a deeper understanding of your inner world. This quiet environment reveals truths about your desires, fears, and motivations that cannot be seen in the light of constant activity. Reflection in darkness encourages honesty with yourself. When the external world is quiet, you cannot hide from your own thoughts or avoid confronting difficult emotions. You begin to see areas where you resist growth, where fears limit action, and where attachment clouds judgment. By acknowledging these aspects without judgment, you gain clarity about what needs change and what strengths can be relied upon. This honesty strengthens self-awareness and lays the foundation for personal growth. Darkness also enhances the ability to process experiences. Without the constant input of sights, sounds, and opinions, the mind has room to contemplate past events and current situations. You can analyze choices, understand consequences, and learn lessons without the interference of distraction. This thoughtful processing allows decisions to arise from insight rather than impulse, making your actions more intentional and effective. The reflective quality of darkness nurtures creativity and problem-solving. When the mind is not consumed by external stimulation, it can wander, connect ideas, and imagine solutions that might remain hidden in the business of light and activity. This space fosters innovation and clarity, enabling insights to emerge that are often overlooked when the mind is constantly engaged with external demands. Consistently using darkness for reflection strengthens mental and emotional resilience. By turning inward regularly, you build the capacity to observe challenges without panic, respond with clarity, and maintain equilibrium in difficult circumstances. This reflective practice ensures that your inner flame remains steady, informed, and prepared to guide you through life with wisdom and composure. Darkness heightens your awareness by removing the familiar cues and distractions that often dominate your perception. In uncertain or challenging situations, when everything around you seems unclear or unfamiliar, your senses sharpen and your attention becomes more focused. You begin to notice details that usually go unnoticed, from subtle shifts in your environment to the nuanced movements of your own thoughts and emotions. This heightened sensitivity allows you to respond more effectively and intentionally to whatever arises. Being in darkness encourages deep introspection. When external stimuli are reduced, the mind naturally turns inward, making you more conscious of your inner state. You become aware of patterns in your thinking, emotional reactions, and habitual responses that often operate unconsciously during times of comfort and certainty. This self-awareness provides a foundation for personal growth, as you can identify what empowers you and what hinders your progress. Awareness in darkness also enhances decision-making. With fewer distractions, the mind can analyze situations clearly, weighing options with greater clarity and understanding. You are less likely to act impulsively or be swayed by external pressures. This clarity strengthens judgment and allows you to navigate challenges with precision and calm, relying on insight rather than reaction. The sensitivity developed in darkness extends to your perception of others and the world around you. You become more attuned to subtle cues, intentions, and energies, allowing for deeper connection and understanding. This expanded awareness fosters empathy and insight, making your interactions more thoughtful and your responses more grounded. Consistently engaging with darkness cultivates a sustained and refined sense of awareness. Over time, you become capable of maintaining presence and clarity even in the midst of chaos or uncertainty. This heightened consciousness ensures that your inner flame remains steady, guiding you with focus, discernment, and a profound understanding of both yourself and the world around you. Darkness creates an environment where patience is cultivated naturally. In the absence of immediate answers or visible outcomes, you are forced to wait, observe, and endure. Life does not always move according to your expectations, and trying to rush growth or understanding often leads to frustration. Darkness teaches you that progress unfolds in its own time and that enduring periods of uncertainty is an essential part of developing strength and wisdom. Patience in darkness allows the mind to settle and the heart to remain calm. When everything around you seems uncertain or slow, resisting the pace only increases stress and tension. By accepting the natural rhythm of events, you learn to remain steady and composed, observing situations without being consumed by urgency. This calm endurance reinforces inner stability and prepares you for challenges that require long-term focus and resilience. Darkness encourages persistence even when results are not immediately visible. Seeds take time to grow, rivers carve valleys over centuries, and understanding deepens gradually. Similarly, personal growth and insight require continuous attention and effort. Darkness provides the necessary space for this process, reminding you that meaningful transformation cannot be rushed, and that enduring patiently strengthens the foundation of your inner flame. Experiencing patience in darkness also develops emotional balance. When you are forced to wait or endure uncertainty, emotions like anxiety, frustration, and fear naturally arise. By practicing patience, you learn to observe these emotions without being overwhelmed, allowing them to pass without disrupting your focus or inner peace. This mastery over emotional turbulence ensures that your spirit remains resilient even in prolonged periods of challenge. Consistent engagement with darkness as a teacher of patience cultivates long-term resilience and clarity. You begin to understand that timing is crucial and that growth cannot be forced. Each moment of patient endurance strengthens your capacity to navigate life with composure, wisdom, and steadfast determination. Darkness becomes a guide, showing that patience is not passive waiting but an active, powerful practice that fortifies your inner strength. Darkness teaches humility by showing that you are not always in control of life circumstances. No matter how much preparation or effort you invest, there are forces beyond your influence that shape outcomes. When you confront situations where your expectations do not align with reality, you are reminded of your limitations and the vastness of life beyond your personal desires. This realization encourages acceptance and softens the ego, allowing you to engage with life more openly and realistically. Humility in darkness fosters a deeper sense of connection with the world. When you recognize that you are part of a larger system and not the center of all events, your perspective shifts. Challenges and setbacks are no longer solely personal affronts, but elements of a greater rhythm that you are learning to navigate. This understanding reduces resistance and cultivates patience, making it easier to flow with life rather than struggle against it. Experiencing darkness also reveals the fragility of assumptions and the limits of knowledge. What you once believed to be certain may be questioned, and the illusion of control becomes apparent. Humility arises from this recognition as you accept that there is always more to learn and that life cannot be mastered entirely. This mindset opens space for curiosity, reflection, and continuous growth, reinforcing the inner strength that darkness helps to cultivate. Humility in the face of darkness encourages compassion and empathy. When you see your own vulnerability and limitations, it becomes easier to understand the struggles of others. Recognizing that everyone faces uncertainties and challenges creates a sense of shared humanity. This empathy strengthens relationships and fosters a supportive environment in which both your inner flame and the flames of others can flourish. Consistently embracing darkness as a teacher of humility reshapes the way you approach life. You begin to act with awareness rather than pride, respond to challenges with patience rather than arrogance, and navigate uncertainty with grace rather than resistance. Humility becomes a stabilizing force, ensuring that your inner flame remains steady, clear, and resilient even amidst the vast and unpredictable currents of life. Darkness provides a unique environment where the mind is free from constant distraction and overstimulation. In bright, noisy, and busy surroundings, thoughts are often fragmented and creativity struggles to emerge. When external inputs are reduced, the mind naturally turns inward, exploring ideas and connections that might remain hidden during the constant activity of daily life. This quiet space allows imagination to flourish and new perspectives to surface. In the absence of external pressure, the mind becomes more fluid and flexible. Ideas that were previously overlooked or dismissed have space to develop and combine in novel ways. Darkness encourages exploration without judgment, enabling creative solutions to arise organically. By removing the need to conform to external expectations, it allows originality and innovation to take center stage. Challenges encountered in darkness often spark creative problem solving. When familiar resources or patterns are unavailable, the mind is forced to find alternatives and experiment with new approaches. This necessity drives ingenuity, helping you see opportunities where others might see obstacles. Each challenge becomes a chance to exercise creativity, strengthening both skill and confidence in your ability to navigate uncertainty. Silence and solitude in darkness also enhance introspection, which fuels creativity. When you observe your thoughts and emotions without distraction, you discover hidden desires, insights, and inspirations. These internal discoveries can be translated into tangible ideas, projects, or solutions. Darkness becomes a catalyst, turning reflection into invention and insight into action. Consistently engaging with darkness as a creative space trains the mind to notice possibilities that are often overlooked in ordinary light. It strengthens the ability to connect seemingly unrelated concepts, find beauty in the unknown, and innovate in ways that are authentic and profound. By embracing darkness, you cultivate a mind that is both imaginative and resilient, capable of producing insights that illuminate both challenges and opportunities. Darkness has a way of stripping away the noise and distraction that often clutters your mind. In times of uncertainty or difficulty, the superficial concerns and trivial pursuits that dominate everyday life lose their grip. What once seemed urgent or important suddenly appears insignificant, and the mind naturally begins to focus on what truly matters. This clarity allows you to see priorities with a sharper lens and make decisions that align with your deeper values. In the absence of constant stimulation, your attention turns inward, revealing your genuine goals and desires. External expectations and societal pressures fade into the background, giving space for your inner voice to emerge. In this environment, you are able to distinguish between what is essential for your growth and fulfillment and what merely distracts or drains your energy. This distinction strengthens your ability to act intentionally rather than react impulsively. Darkness encourages reflection on long-term consequences rather than short-term gratification. When immediate distractions are removed, you are more likely to consider the outcomes of your choices and prioritize actions that contribute to meaningful progress. This process fosters wisdom and discernment, allowing you to invest time and energy in pursuits that truly align with your purpose and vision. By revealing what is most important, darkness helps eliminate indecision and confusion. It becomes easier to say no to activities, habits, or relationships that no longer serve you, creating space for what is truly valuable. Each decision made in alignment with your core priorities strengthens your sense of direction and reinforces the inner clarity necessary to navigate life's challenges. Consistently engaging with darkness as a guide for priorities cultivates focus, intentionality, and resilience. Over time, you develop the ability to remain centered even amidst chaos or distraction. Darkness teaches that the trappings of superficiality are temporary, while what truly matters, your values, purpose, and inner growth, remains constant. This understanding ensures that your choices are guided by clarity and insight rather than by fear or habit. Struggles and challenges act as a preparation ground for moments of clarity and success. When life feels heavy and uncertain, every difficulty you face is sharpening your ability to recognize and seize opportunities when they appear. Without periods of darkness, the brightness of achievement or understanding would not be fully felt, as contrast is necessary for true appreciation. Each obstacle faced strengthens your capacity to handle future successes with grace and awareness. Experiencing failure and disappointment cultivates gratitude for moments of happiness and fulfillment. When life is smooth and unchallenged, it is easy to take positive experiences for granted. The periods of quiet struggle heighten your sensitivity to joy, accomplishment and clarity, making these moments richer and more meaningful. Darkness teaches you to value light not as a given, but as something earned and deeply appreciated. Periods of uncertainty and introspection allow for growth and insight that are not possible during constant ease. In these moments, you develop patience, understanding and resilience. The inner resources you cultivate in darkness equip you to navigate both challenges and opportunities more effectively. By preparing internally during difficult times, you are ready to respond to light, success, clarity and happiness with full awareness and confidence. Struggles also create perspective, helping you see that challenges are temporary and part of a larger process. By enduring and learning from difficult times, you develop the ability to maintain composure and focus when life presents brighter moments. This perspective ensures that light is not overwhelming or taken for granted, but is met with appreciation and mindful engagement. Consistently embracing darkness as preparation for light transforms your approach to life. You begin to understand that every challenge and period of quiet struggle is equipping you for future moments of clarity and fulfillment. This mindset allows you to navigate life with resilience, gratitude and awareness, ensuring that every success, insight or joyful moment is fully recognized and utilized. Darkness reminds you that life is composed of natural cycles and that growth and decline, activity and rest, light and shadow are all part of the same rhythm. No stage lasts forever, and each phase has its purpose in shaping who you are. By observing these cycles, you begin to understand that moments of struggle, uncertainty or quiet are not interruptions but necessary parts of your evolution. The ebb and flow of life teaches patience, resilience and adaptability, allowing you to move with the current rather than against it. Periods of difficulty or quiet in life create space for reflection and regeneration. Just as seeds germinate underground before sprouting into the light, your inner growth often happens during times that feel dark or stagnant. These phases allow you to process experiences, strengthen your character and cultivate insight that cannot emerge in constant activity. Recognizing the necessity of these cycles ensures that you do not resist or fear difficult moments, but embrace them as essential for development. Understanding life's rhythms also fosters acceptance of change. Nothing remains static, and resisting inevitable transitions only creates suffering. Darkness shows that endings are followed by beginnings, and that decline is a precursor to renewal. By aligning yourself with these natural patterns, you develop the ability to flow with life, moving gracefully through challenges and appreciating periods of growth and abundance with clarity and gratitude. Cycles teach timing and discernment. By observing the alternating phases of activity and rest, struggle and ease, you learn when to act and when to wait. Darkness emphasizes that every stage has its proper role, and rushing or forcing outcomes disrupts the harmony of life. Patience and attunement to these rhythms ensure that your efforts are effective and that your inner energy is preserved for the moments that truly require it. Consistently embracing darkness as a reflection of life's cycles cultivates resilience, balance and awareness. You begin to see that every high and low, every moment of light and shadow contributes to your growth and understanding. Life's rhythms become a guide, helping you navigate challenges with calmness, respond to change with flexibility, and maintain an inner flame that burns steadily through every phase, ensuring that you are aligned with the flow of existence rather than resisting it. Darkness becomes a teacher when you stop resisting it and begin to observe it with awareness. Fear clouds judgment and creates tension, but curiosity opens the door to understanding. When you approach difficult or uncertain moments as opportunities to learn rather than threats to avoid, you start to uncover lessons hidden within them. Each challenge, each period of uncertainty carries insights about your thoughts, emotions, and patterns of behavior that remain invisible in constant light. By embracing darkness, you develop self-reflection. In the absence of distraction and external validation, you are left with your own mind and emotions, providing a unique chance to examine them honestly. You begin to notice fears that control your decisions, habits that limit your growth, and desires that drive your actions. This observation is not judgment but awareness, and it forms the foundation for conscious change and personal evolution.